After the success of Jedi Fallen Order, it seems as though Jedi Survivor has been one of the more anticipated Star Wars stories coming in 2023. It was officially announced a while back with its first trailer, and this past week we've gotten to learn much more about the game. The big news is that we now have an official release date. Jedi Survivor will be available to play March 17th, 2023. March is set to be a big month for Star Wars fans, with episodes of both Bad Batch and Mandalorian releasing, the novel Battle Scars, and now this game. A new official poster was released depicting a rugged Cal, Kestis, and BD-1 on a rocky planet. We also got more information about the game and the pre-order bonuses available. Along with additional Force abilities and new lightsaber fighting styles, players will be able to master new equipment as they explore the galaxy, and players will also discover new planets and familiar frontiers, each with unique biomes, larger areas to explore, challenges, and enemies in Star Wars Jedi Survivor. The pre-purchase bonus includes a Hermit cosmetic set and Hermit lightsaber, both based off of Obi-Wan Kenobi, as well as a combustion blaster set. For the deluxe edition, players can get a Scoundrel and Rebel Hero cosmetic for Cal, both based off of Han and Luke, as well as a Rugged and BD Astro cosmetic for BD-1 and a Rebel Hero lightsaber set and DL-44 blaster set. The big thing that stands out to me here is the inclusion of blasters. Many have wondered how the developments at Cal will continue. Will players have to restart and relearn the ways of the Force, or will he develop new abilities throughout the game? It looks like one of the new aspects will be having the ability to use a blaster as well as a lightsaber. The Game Awards on Thursday also gave fans a brand new trailer for Jedi Survivor, which I'll admit got me very excited for the game. And there's a lot to break down with this one. It starts with Cal meeting and freeing the man in the tube. I've got a big theory about this character that I'll get to later, but he mentions that he was betrayed and imprisoned there. I assume this will happen quite early in the game's story, but I also think it's worth noting that there are other multiple holding pods in the room that are all empty. So whatever this place was, it used to be a popular place for imprisoning people, possibly Force sensitives in particular. We get a look at Cal in various combat situations, and it looks like a new foe in this game will be various droids, including Magna Guards and B-1 battle droids. Cal also uses new Force powers that were teased, like lifting up stormtroopers and Force pushing a KX droid back. Cal is then locked in combat with a masked figure with an orange lightsaber, and I really have no theories about who this could be. Cal and B2 are then seen piloting the Mantis, and while this makes me hope that as a player we'll have the ability to actually fly the ship in the game, the lack of both Grease and Marin in the trailer are worrying. It's hard to believe that they could both be killed off in the first half of the game, but neither appeared in this trailer. It's possible that they are both on their own mission during this time, but some surprise casualties in the game would definitely add to the dark and gritty tone that I'm getting so far. Having Grease or Marin die at the beginning would definitely shift the mood after the end of the first game. It's also possible that they die in the novel Battle Scars, but I think if they were to be killed off, it would be done in the game and not in the book. We later see Seer sporting a new look inside what looks to be a new Jedi archives built into the rocky terrain of the planet. Based on her dialogue, it sounds like Cal's been away for a while, possibly a coping mechanism after members of the team were killed during a mission. Cal went off to fight the Empire while Seer focused on rebuilding the Jedi Order. We see some more new Force powers from Cal, including him lifting up a stormtrooper as a human shield as they fire upon their comrades. Especially since we've already seen a Sith or Darkside warrior from the previous trailer, and the possibility that someone close to Cal dies, a major part of his character journey could be dealing with the dark side. This act of using the trooper as a shield and having him fire back definitely reminds me of some of the darker things we've seen from both Anakin and Ezra in the animated series. It also looks like the local fauna will play a bigger role, and not everything will be trying to kill the player. Cal is seen connecting with a horse-like creature, and he's later seen riding it, as well as hanging from the feet of a pterodactyl sort of creature. We're then introduced to two new villains for the game. One looks similar to the previously seen character with the orange lightsaber, but this time they sport an energized weapon that reminds me of a cross between the First Order Executioner weapon and the bow rifle scene used by Din in The Mandalorian and Boba Fett from the holiday special. Oh yeah, and he's got a jetpack. It definitely looks like we as players will be fighting a much greater variety of foes, rather than just a bunch of stormtroopers. We've got battle droids, those two characters reminiscent of bounty hunters, and even a Wampa. We will still, however, be returning to Imperial fortresses and fighting a Dark Trooper, which was first made canon in The Mandalorian. Fighting more droids also allows for dismemberment, something that I don't believe was included in Fallen Order. We're introduced to a new character named Bode, and my first impression is that he will be the Han Solo to Cal's Luke Skywalker. He wields a blaster, but looks to be a very capable fighter. We then see who those two bounty hunter-like figures supposedly report to, and this is where my theories come in. My first thought was that he's the same person that we see in the tube to begin with. In my opinion, he looks like a cleaned-up version of him, with a similar face structure and grayish hair. He also sports a gold robe, which may just be his fashion sense, or it may mean that he's from the High Republic era. However, after watching the first trailer back, I made the connection that the Darkside Warrior wields his blade with his left hand only, which was a major point of discussion following the trailer's release. And to begin this one, there's a shot that specifically focuses on the character's lack of a right arm. I think it's definitely possible that this character is a Sith from before the prequels, which would explain the betrayal he suffered, and now he'll serve as the main villain of the game, with him first being displayed as just an enemy to Cal, and then later revealed to be a Sith. The trailer ends with Cal igniting a crossguard lightsaber, which will more than likely be a new way to customize the blade. Even though I'm not much of a gamer, this trailer made me very excited for the story that will be told, and even some of the new abilities that can be unlocked. Let me know what you think of this new trailer in the comments below, and what you think of some of my theories as well. Remember to like the video, and subscribe for coverage of The Mandalorian Season 3 when it premieres this winter, and remember to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Thank you all for watching, and remember, the Force will be with you, always.